plenty of practice and a lot of fun. Now, what can John Nash do at the start of this one? Lines up on the front row in that 61 versus 62. Lotus 23 versus Super 7. Love that MGTF Roadster at the back there, the white and maroon that we just saw come through shot. And as they dive into Sunset Bend and onto the main straight, I see the green flag and away we go! And a great start by Travis. Did a 2:28.3 in qualifying, and he's already ahead of Nash by some distance. The Bug-Eye going through in third position. So, good clean start, and Travis Engen not holding back, away he goes. Nash will follow him through down to the hairpin, and just in third place there, that's the number 8 of Nicholas Clements in the Porsche 356B Roadster. Good start by car number 114, that's Philip Gott in the Triumph TR4A. Oh, little spin, little moment there for Nicholas. Prepared, isn't it? And he wouldn't want to spin too many times like that in that lovely Porsche. But luckily, a-okay. Very rare in the SVRA do we get any major incidents. Oh, I say that just as the other Porsche starts to smoke a little bit too heavily for my liking. Yeah, there's a lot of smoke. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Through comes the 24. That's Larry Barker, yeah. I think that's time to come in. A little too smoky for good reason, and sure enough, he's got off the racing line and got his hand in the air. And sadly, Porsche 356 in all green from 1964. Keith Denahan just trying to nurse it to the end of this lap and then take it in. Look at the lead that Travis has built up in the opening lap. Very impressive. And then John Nash leads the following group, but almost 30 seconds behind at this point. Two by two through the last corner. And that's the beauty of that Sunset Bend. There is plenty of room there, and there are plenty of lines. There is one fastest line, and Ben was pointing it out in the previous group race. And Travis Engen already building up that 17-second lead now over John Nash in second place. Scott Fraser in third in the Austin Healey Sprite. And then Mark Pomeroy in the Morgan. Looks effortless, though, by the Lotus, doesn't it? Leading the way. Colin Chapman, famous for his lightweight cars. Anything he could do to reduce the weight. And again, we range from, what, 58? Of the cars out there. No, 58 to 59, yeah. To about 67. So just when Trans Am was coming into its own, these were the cars that were racing sports cars of the day. The small displacement, that is. I've got no, I'm going to check that, no number on the 50 at the moment, but check a little on the timing. Yes, it's Andrew Moore in the MGB, in that number 50. He's not on my, I don't think he qualified the car, but he's out there anyway. May have just have missed qualifying. Here comes your second place, John Nash, coming out of the heat haze. John Nash holding off Scott Fraser for now in that Healy Sprite. There it is. Beautiful little car. And they pulled ahead of this next group as he vaults out of the heat haze. Mark Pomeroy in the Morgan, then James Freeman in the Devon.
My favorite group.
You say that every time.
No, this is the small bore British cars.
I know.
Just love it. There's an MGB TR4 Morgan.
Well, the only action you've really missed is the 356, the all green 356 Porsche going round at the hairpin.
Wow.
Nobody else involved, and simple spin, and he got it back going again, so no problems.
Well,
Travis Engen's killing it. He's way ahead
Yeah.
in that Lotus 23B.
And, you know, that's to be expected. Travis Engen is a very skilled, great driver, and those Lotus 23s versus these MGs, that's sometimes like taking a gun to a knife fight. But a lot of these cars and makes, the MGBs, the MGAs, the TR4s, all raced in the 12-hour of Sebring back in the day. Spitfires, 23Bs.
Yep.
Not sure if the Triumph Herald did, but I'm sure we've got people online that can tell me. So who knows the 12 hours of Sebring? Let's start a list on the comments. Which one of these cars would have raced her? Look at that red car.
You mean back in the day, here at Sebring?
Yeah,
good point.
Which of the, woo, man, Fraser, you went real wide on that. Look at that Triumph Herald.
By the way, we did have a smoky Porsche as well. I think Keith Denahan's Porsche pulled out, just started smoking quite heavily, and yeah, he just pulled off to the side and tried to nurse it back home.
So let's see if that Herald can get Rick Fraser. Rick Fraser in that MG midget that I call Booger.
That doesn't sound very...
And his son is in Kermit the Frog Eye Sprite in third place. Look at that Morgan, ladies and gentlemen.
That's my favorite. Now, what's he done at the back there?
Frame,
Is he just
well,
taken
he
off
took out the tire, but you can see those
he's
slats.
taking it off, though.
That is wooden slats.
Yeah.
The body frame of the Morgans, still to this day, are made of wood. Ash wood, the same wood that they use in Louisville Sluggers to make the body frames for those Morgans. And the Morgans are just a piece of art. And even like, you can look at a Morgan from the 50s and a Morgan of today, and they're still reminiscent of each other. And there's John Nash, followed by Scott Fraser. So that's our second and third overall. Two different classes. And then this TR4. That should be David Gott.
Yeah.
Looking at trying to get organized on my sheets. Look at that Spitfire there. We have some thank you for airing these races. I love it. Thank you guys for watching the races. So tell us, which one of these cars is your favorite, and where are you watching from? Yes,
I like
Johnson.
that Triumph Herald, actually.
I
That's
do
just
too.
classic. I mean, I know it's boxy, but it's just distinctive. It doesn't look like a race car, but they raced them. They rallied them.
It's crazy. But I want to give a shout out to Ben Johnson. We will see you in NOLA in April. Excited for that. I love coming to NOLA. Nicholas Clements there in that 356. And then James Freeman in that beautiful red Devon SS 1958. Look at the rear of that car. Beautiful car. Coming into Mission Foods, turn 3. Man, this just looks like they're having so much fun. And look at the crowd we have at Sebring Speed Tour. I think we're going to break all of our spectator records. If you haven't been to a Speed Tour event, go to speedtour.net. They're the most fun motorsports, the greatest show in road racing are Speed Tour events. You can buy tickets. They start at $10. We've got a great schedule coming up. Next, we're in Charlotte, then Road Atlanta. Look at that. We've got a pass. 3 totally different cars.
There was some screeching then.
Yeah.
Screeching then.
I love it. There's nothing cooler than wire wheels. So just right there, you've got a front engine, rear-wheel drive. You've got a rear-wheel drive, air-cooled rear engine. Just battling it out. So many different interpretations of what a car should be in these groups. I absolutely love it. You know, a lot of people complain in modern racing like Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR, you can't tell cars apart. You can definitely tell the difference between these 4 cars right here.
Oh, yeah. Nope, bouncing over the curbs.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically a tractor, these Triumphs like that. They're just like torquey little cars. Just really fun to drive. I had a 63 TR4 that was just so much fun, just a ton of torque. Just like that red one coming up here. There's Kermit, the Frog Eye Sprite.
He's been around for a while,
Scott
hasn't he?
Frazier, yeah.
Raced with Evers for many years.
He was our champion a few years ago. His brand new baby and son and wife are here. Jensen, named his son Jensen. Helping him work
or is it
on
after
car.
the Jensen Interceptor?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Jensen Button.
It could be.
And the 007 there, Booger, is his dad, Rick Frazier. Glad to have Rick back. He had a wrist injury last year. Couldn't race a lot with us. Wish we could see Andrew McLean out there. Unfortunately, he's not out here with us.
What happened
We
to
love
Andrew?
having Andrew. Andrew had an incident yesterday on track, and a scary incident. So he's okay, but the car is not. So it's going to go back to the shop for a while for Mitch to one of the greatest British car mechanics to work on it and get him back out here. Look at these 2 MGBs. Oh, I love MGBs.
It's 73.
Anthony Hess. Yeah, the chrome bumper MGBs are just some of the best looking cars ever.
Yeah, I never liked it when they put the rubber bumpers on it.
Thanks
it
a
just
lot,
took a lot
Ralph Nader. Look at that MGB Miata. Miata was basically the Japanese interpretation of the Lotus Elan and the MGB. And there they are racing.
They do say imitation is flattery, and certainly in the car industry, especially in this era, everybody was looking at what everybody else was bringing out and going, well, what can we do that would do the same?
Man, we've got North Carolina, Belgium, Anaheim, California. So Chevy Pelé is in
what's a popular Belgian car? Do they make cars? How many cars do they make?
They make some good waffles.
Can't drive a waffle.
No. But I had a waffle this morning. Look at these shots. I don't know. That white MGB got around the blue MGB. See the number of that as they come around Franklin Road, turn 7. That's the 149 of Jeffrey Barber. 1964 MGB. You can tell it's an early MGB by those tail lights and the door handles, followed by that Miata of Alan Schammer, I'm going to guess. 1999 Mazda MX-5 Miata, blue and white. Love having the Miatas out here with us.
Just wondering what's happened to Nicholas Clements, because he's dropped down to 8th position, but he qualified 3rd. So either he's had a spin or, I don't know, lost some time, but down in 8th at the moment.
That's a good-looking MX-5 Miata right there.
Yeah, I was just saying earlier, that probably would be still competitive against today's Miatas, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, those are just fun cars. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. MGTF Roadster from 1955, driven by Glenn Moore. And then followed by a 67 Fiat Abarth.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
Look at that. Look at the wheel. Look at him drift over. It's got that beautiful MGT Series dash.
Did they ever weight the passenger seat when they're racing alone like that?
Do they ever what?
Well, just put some extra weight.
Some ballast?
Some ballast. Well, just simply be, you know, if you're trying to push it.
I don't know. I think
All the weight's on the left-hand side, isn't it?
Yeah, they want it to be pretty light.
Ugh.
Well, there are people that think that the British MGs or the British cars, right-hand drive, are more of an advantage here in America because there's more right-hand turns than left-hand turns.
That's statistically true, is it?
Yeah, except at COTA. COTA, because I don't know why COTA's the track that we run American, you know, counterclockwise, where everything else we run clockwise pretty much. It's kind of weird.
Well, I mean, you're absolutely right. There is more clockwise circuits than anti, that's for sure. Well, and that's worldwide.
Yeah. So it's an advantage to have the weight to the inside.
Yeah, true.
And so it'd be a huge advantage for me because it'd be a lot of weight on the inside.
You and me both.
I'd give a lot of downforce.
See, I'd come in with you. I'd come in with you, then I could balance it out for you.
Yeah.
I could give you pace notes.
You could announce me racing.
Not even I'm that slow.
That MGTF, that is so cool. And John Nash, his wife Lorna, so happy to have them back racing that Lotus 7. As we can see the heat here at Sebring on this 3/4 mile straightaway. In that MGTF, I think Glenn Moore could probably have a snack or check his emails while he's driving down that thing. But Glenn, thank you so much for bringing that. The TF, the car right before my car, I have a 59 MGA. And there he is, Scott Frazier. Look at that. That is a cool car.
Bouncing through sunset.
Yeah.
Love it. So we're getting down to the end of this, our Group 1, 3, 4, and 5B first race of the weekend. Travis Engen has, well, he's probably finished by now. The rate he's going.
Well, the LL sign is out. I really like that Fiat Abarth right there behind that MGTF also. All right, Triumph Herald versus TR4. Hope they
side
see
by
each
side
other.
through sunset.
I didn't like that.
That could go wrong. And we're just waiting for our leader to come down and finish his race. Pretty much.
If I were a betting man, I would say Travis Engen has more SVRA red hats than any human on the face of the earth. So if you win a race with us or podium, you get a red hat.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Engen sometimes races 4 cars with us a weekend and
yeah.
usually podiums in all of them. He probably has a closet full of all of them. Red hats. Travis Engen, look at that. That is a beautiful car. Look at how low it is. How do they even fit an engine and transmission in that profile?
that's the real question, isn't it? Elongated engine. Anyway, he's coming out of the last corner, and he'll see the checkered flag at this point.
Really well-prepared car from GMT. Travis Engen always having fun here with us at the races. Love seeing him with us.
Good day for Travis. He's been out twice already. Now, John Nash will pop out, I'm sure, in a moment. But it's going to be Travis Engen, John Nash, and Scott Frazier, top 3 in our Group 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5B.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Sebring Speed Tour through the small bore British car group. Stay tuned. We will be back after these messages from our fantastic marketing partners.